I would say, but they're looking fragile. That's the first word that comes to mind for me. I see a Zeus, I see Sky, I see Shadow Fiend. Nature Prophet can be a little bit tanky because he's got great base stats and stuff like that, but when I see Ember versus these type of squishy heroes, and he has a Coddle, I feel like Chakra Slights are going to add up very quick in the early game.
I think that it was the moment when Kezu said, they have 7 minutes. I was like, Jesus. Y'all chill out for a second here? That's wild. But it also makes sense. It fits with kind of what they're talking about.
It's just because, like, well, we'll see. Like, it depends. I think a lot of it's going to be depending on how much pressure they can put in this off lane, because then it can dictate how much Son Goku can make also happen on the map. But I see very limited making of moves besides MS, right? The Tusk is going to have to be the one that pretty much leads every charge and initiation, while on the side of PSG.LGD, they've got a lot of ways to defend each other and play around it. Their draft just looks more oriented, I would say, like a balanced draft.
And you can see LGD here. They had already laid down that ward up on the high ground, so they saw everybody from Dawn in that area and just decided to give up the 2 runes apiece and head on back to laning stage. So already an improvement from Dawn. Watch out now. They're coming. Are they going to do a tri-lane?
Maybe for the kill. I actually think I like this a bit here. They can get some good block coming out from the Nature's Prophet with Tree and Sun off lane, and yeah. If you get your double raise, right, 2 stacks, and you're probably going to get the kill on the Centaur, so let's see. They've got the ward down too, so as soon as he steps up, let's see if they find it. Let's see if PSG.LGD is also aware.
Jiahu's obviously been playing very good on that Marcy last time. Much less of an option of being able to escape from trouble playing on this Centaur, at least in the early stages. Doesn't have that rebound to get away, and you can see he's playing incredibly safe right now.
Great read. I mean, yeah, they're going to TP. They're just waiting, right? They're probably calling it bottom. He still hasn't shown up. Don't show your face top. They're going to go on you. So, yeah, beautiful stuff.
And then immediately can come on in and start playing the lane. And you can also see that Coddle, if they need to, can do some wave pulling shenanigans. But down bottom, Shiro and Y trying to force back Son Goku here a little bit as they threw the Leech Seed. And it's more damage.
Oh, Leech Seed's so good. One of the big reasons that this hero is now starting to get picked. I think the hero was actually still good before even the buffs and changes. A little bit extra damage on early Leech Seed, and just the range and cast points phenomenal, and a slight increase on overgrowth damage. Those changes from this time, but yeah, when you're a melee hero like this, like Alchemist, it's going to be a bit hard for the opposing side to pressure you at all because the Leech Seed heal.
Yeah, it's going to be really effective, and also you can see the bullying that, or rather the ability to maybe even get some of these treants as the levels go up higher and higher.
Yeah.
Son Goku does manage to get a deny there. So if they can use the treants to, be effective at getting denies, then it's good. But you can see even when they get the kill onto, or the die onto one of the creeps, you can still take one of them away also.
Yeah, this is why this is the biggest reason they picked the Alch, this lane. You can always just farm those and get that extra bit of gold. Nothing to say mid. Putting a bit of pressure here onto X. Actually going for the 1-0-2 build, so not the slide at the start here. Might have seen an opportunity, I guess, for Chains. It wasn't looking.
Also, you can see for Zeus 1-0-1 or 2-0-1 rather, and is going to try and spam constantly against this Ember, burn through that mana shield, or rather the flame guard whenever possible, and should be a trade of farm. Is there a kill potential if Zeus gets a bit too far forward, or will the jump keep him safe?
He should be safe. This is like this is one of the more farm-oriented lanes, I would say. But nothing to say, he's playing it beautifully. Honestly, I've seen him now multiple times. Like he's walking up to the Zeus and putting the pressure onto him to not get hit by the arc lightnings. You see that? Like the way he's distanced himself from his melee creeps because he's walking up at the Zeus, it's forcing X to use arc lightning on creeps, and it's not bouncing to NTS. So really cool stuff. Little micro things inside the mid lane. These guys are monsters.
Chris makes the move on over. Smile keeps the chase on, and will continue to bully him back. Taking a level now in the tree heal too. The armor's there.
So good this game for the mid and for the Alchemist, just throwing on them when they're getting pressured early. TS looking to maybe put a little bit of pressure here with that living armor.
Still has to be careful, obviously. Zeus, a ton of damage, both through his spells, but even his right clicks in the laning stage are relatively high base damage.
Yeah, definitely. You got to pull off down bottom. That's a pretty big deal. Anytime this Alchemist is able to get any little increase, adds up that much more. Boots already coming out. Triple mangoes. He's got Bassi for the regen for him and his buddy.
Doesn't have the acid spray for the treants underneath the tower, which is a little bit scary, but he got all 3 of the last hits on the small creep and got 3 of the 4 in the wave.
And look at Y already. Look at Innocence. He's like, okay, I actually don't need to be bottom. I'm going to start getting my Alchemist stacks ready, and we're checking runes. We have got Planet checking top rune, and we have Tree kind of playing around the bottom, so they'll be able to take away that water rune away from X. That hurts. Same thing as last time. That's the same thing LGD. The double checking of the runes, just really confident in those side lanes.
Yeah, knowing that there's not much that they can lose out on it. But definitely also I would say, even with an Alchemist, a big improvement from Dawn in terms of their laning stage.
Yeah, definitely.
This is what you want to see from them. Shadow Fiend 23-5 against the 15-4 of that Centaur. The double Ring of Protection, Ring of Health.
Ooh, maybe they can actually go for the Centaur here.
Couple hits, Snowball dodges, and the stun does eventually come out, but it's still going to be First Blood going the way of Dawn.
Okay, nicely done, and that's worth it, right? Son Goku, he can TP right back bottom, be back in the lane, so a very worth TP by him. Nicely done.
Even if he's not there, it's like getting involved in the kills early is pretty nice.
It's a just-in-case thing, right? Like, they already committed, I believe, like the 2 or 3 raises, so it's a big commitment already from Sumang.
Why keeps the chase pushing away this Sky. And you can see Shiro there. Gets some pretty good damage out. Continues to farm top CS right now on an Alk.
And there's a juicy double stack there. Oop, Planet.
Couple punches and another kill going the way of Dawn.
Very nicely done.
Look at that. They've already beaten the record.
They already beat it. They already got it. MS. And we said
GG out.
We said he was going to be like the key, right? These first 5 minutes so far. Yeah. Sure, it's just the top lane, but boom, boom. Set up for both those kills nicely.
And queuing up the Radiance first for the Alk. We'll see if Smile can make this double stack happen here, or if he just goes for one of them, as they are moving on in to secure the rune.
I think he's just going to go for rune. Yeah, they're double checking the runes again.
Yeah.
LGD just really on top of it, but this time, Dawn is with a couple heroes, but they're not going to be able to. Whoa.
Oh, it's up top.
She checked it and jumped. I think he didn't see it because his invis in the water.
Oh, they'll still get that one. So nothing to say. Picks up a rune. Not a kill rune with that invis, unless things go really awry. But there's a TP coming in up top. They want to try and find and kill Jianyu. Chase through the trees and
got a stun on both.
Okay. Slowly whittling him down. A couple punches. He's slowed and he's going to fall.
And why?
Smile sticks around a bit too long. The punches, the Orb of Venom. It's enough slow for the kill.
Really nicely done. Planet looks like he should be able to get himself out of here. Now, nothing to say is actually making his way up. And they're low.
Oh my god. Dude, I said it wasn't a kill route, but he misses both. They try to keep him alive, and raindrop, it's back up again in a second. Don't know if it's going to be back up for the save, and it's not.
Look at him go.
In fact, they find 2 kills, nothing to say. Chasing for more. Can they find MS and Son Goku? Planet tries to get out of there. And now maybe nothing to say has gone a bit too far. He still has Fairy Fire chains and eats his way out of those trees. But a little skirmish going on up top.
Nice. Really ballsy TP from NTS, right? He goes up there by himself, doesn't catch the chain on either hero because the creeps are there, but either way, beautiful plays with the Remnants, is able to finish him off. And he's just waiting for a buddy so he can stay healthy, refill that bottle, keep looking to put pressure on. Still, really good moves from Dawn, though. Like, these aggressive moves are putting them in an okay position. The thing is, though, that it's going to be in the back of their minds. Alchemist is free farming.
And this would be a dieback immediately for Sumang. Dead again, and doesn't have a TP to come back out to lane after. Ooh. That one hurts.
That's a painful one. And yeah, like I was mentioning, you know, they do have this in the back of their minds. Alchemist is not getting pressured. You're having to go to your safe lane constantly. Gets you kills, but you're not going to slow down Shiro whatsoever.
Can he be the star of the show yet again? He's certainly setting up to be that way. A Haster picked up now for the Zeus, but do they have the damage that they need? Chains on it too. He's got to get out of there. X in some trouble. Remnant forward. Nothing to say. Didn't have another Slight.
No, he's gone for the 1-3-2 build, so that Slight's just a bit longer cooldown.
I feel like I see so many different types of Ember builds nowadays.
The second point in Flame Guard is just so value. You just get that huge benefit versus Zeus, versus even Shadow Fiend and stuff as we saw, so I can understand why he did it this game. Also, just it's pretty much like fake regen versus Zeus, right, in the mid lane?
Yeah. Well, a tier 1 tower is taken up on the top side of the map now, so LGD trying to stabilize after a bit of a shaky start. And again, Shiro
Off
perfectly
raise.
content with all of this. Has the stun, ready to go. Will get hit. Can he get slowed, chained? Done.
Give it to the Alchemist as well, too. Make that
Every
timing
last
even
hit.
faster. I mean, nothing to say is really just having a crazy game so far. 3-0 and 1. I feel like he's been everywhere. Of course, top, we saw that. Mid, how well he was doing. And then also, yeah, that quick rotation bottom. So it's the one to look at in the early game.
This build that he's going for right now, Orb of Corrosion, has the phase boots done, going into the Yules next, so allows him to play that much further forward, particularly against the Skywrath Mage. Won't be an issue.
Yeah, I love when you see players adapt, right? Relative on what they're playing against, rather than just autopiloting, going for Maelstrom. I like that we do see that adaptation.
Now, there will be another issue later on, as Son Goku is going to be going in for the Orchid afterwards. He's got kind of an interesting build on the NP. Already double Null Talisman and the Wraith Band, and now bringing out components for the Orchid build. So he's going to be hitting really hard.
Yeah, he is statted up for sure. But that does delay that Orchid timing by quite a significant margin. And we're already seeing 3K gold lead for PSG.LGD again. And it's not just the Alchemist. I mean, sure, 1,800 or so, but as we were mentioning, nothing to say is having a ridiculously good game.
He denies the regen rune, but will get punished for his insolence.
Whew.
Nothing to say.
And this is one of the reasons why I was saying fragile, right? When I see Centaur and you're playing, it's like a Zeus, a Shadow Fiend, a Sky, even, and Furion, I was saying he can be kind of tanky because you see like the stats and everything, but the ease of getting on top of these heroes is it's very high for LGD.
As soon as they find him, it's so much damage out, like in an instant, it feels like. 3 heroes rotating bottom. You've got the Tusk, as well as the Skywrath, and of course that NP. X might be able to get aggro as well with the Thunder God's Wrath, but Shiro, recognizing the danger, immediately TPs out of there, heads off to the other side of the jungle.
And he's got it in time for a stack, too. So he's able to stack his own camp. His team is pressuring mid.
Root. Do they want to chase? Doesn't look like it. But they keep this mid tier 1 tower alive for now, as this last creep wave is going to go down. I'm going to say tries to keep that catapult alive a bit longer, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Dawn's trying to react to this play, but this is exactly what LGD actually wants. That's why they're all here. They're like, please react to us. Alchemist is still getting free time. Centaur is getting free as well. And they're just keeping 3 heroes occupied.
Yeah, this is perfect for Shiro. Yep. Everything that he wants. He's almost got that Radiance done.
It's pretty much there. And we did see the Centaur. Zhang Yu was left alone for quite some time. He's got Hood and almost a Blink Dagger done too. So everything is starting to culminate pretty quickly here on the side of PSG.LGD. For Dawn, they got to start making some successful rotations. And as we said, it's all up to MS to make those moves.
Yeah, he's got to make something happen on this Tusk. It's a tough one though. The snowball on in, but immediately stampedes out. Although, then runs back in, Walrus Punch. Do they have the damage to bring him down? Doesn't quite look like it, as Thunder God's Wrath is out, but not nearly enough damage. Son Goku could not beat his way out of this one, I don't think. He might also be in trouble. He TP'd into this, devastating the whole round of Treants die to the Radiance Burn, and LGD picking up right where they left off in game number 1.
And being fancy, too. Nothing to say with the fancy little remnants mid-slight. And oh, look at that. A DD spawns top as well. As they get tower, things have crumbled for the side of Dawn.
Yeah, they're getting everything that they want. And the timing, when, like you talked about, that delayed Orchid, NP is going to have it, and the Yules is going to be there.
Yep, and now this was pre-Centaur Blink Dagger too, and that was kind of a free initiation for the side of LGD because of the snowball, right? It actually forced all of Dawn, keep almost saying see that, all of Dawn into this really awkward position. If Tree has Root also, imagine if he's 6th there, right? Oh, yeah. Instant Root, they both get grabbed and die even faster, so.
I mean, the other thing that's scary is this whole fight, this was before we're getting, like, Chakram onto the Ember for the double slights. Like, it's going to start to get really scary here in a moment. Dawn, we'll see what their solution is for this. But it feels like split pushing might need to be the answer now. Getting into those BKBs, obviously. But they're going to run forward. They find themselves a tree. Quick stun to turn it, but the silence was there. It didn't actually come out in time.
Oh, X!
But never mind. Suddenly, nothing to save there. And everybody starts to die. Aster.Aries gets burned down to the Alchemist man.
The panel did say, you know, wait for the Zeus to... Zeus kind of walked in to initiate there and just gets completely detonated in a heartbeat. Oh man, yeah, just he's fragile. It's fragile cores, and it's just lack of heroes to actually be able to do stuff. Where the Tusk, you see MS is trying to make something happen, but it's just met by the brutal force of PSG.LGD.
Son Goku saves that Yules right till the very end, and a sleight of fist to finish. Why not?
7-0 and 6 on this Ember.
He's had a hell of a game.
Part of every kill. It's had a perfect game. Could not ask for more out of Nothing to Say.
Well, makes another happen as MS will get caught. And again, all of this stuff now is also happening before Stampede. Previously, they were using it to secure the kills. Now with the Blink Dagger, they can just save Stampede for if anything starts to get dangerous.
You know it's a rough game with the Zeus and the Shadow Fiend are farming the same hard camp in your triangle, and there's nobody playing in lanes. PSG.LGD has exact reads of where they are right now, right? They're pinging the ancient area, nobody's showing anywhere, so they have free roam of who they want to go for, and they might just sandwich Dawn down here.
Oh no, bully moves coming in, Nothing to Say, says hello. Son Goku is there. They have a Yules to take off the silence if they need to, but they're just keeping him alive. Full round, and Bali, Nothing to Say, he's actually getting a little bit low, but with Why You Smile moving on in, they might be able to keep him alive. And they do. Nothing to Say, godlike. Doggrace goes down. They were just waiting until the end. He was never in danger.
He was toying with him. He still had Slide. He still had a Remnant. He was just waiting for the last moment. Still has that last Remnant, so puts it out. He's going to come right back bottom. And oof. The stomp continues, really. And Shiro, look at his items, by the way. Did you notice? He bought Boots of Travel on top of his phase boots. Shiro wants to be involved in every kill. He's got all the freedom in the world in this game, so why not?
Listen, this hero's got 4 feet anyways, right?
Yeah.
The little guy on top. He needs a pair of boots.
True.
Snowball, MS. I mean, this is just not going to work. It just wasn't going to happen that time. That's how it goes.
Music team?
Yeah, it's a hard game.
Yeah. There's Nothing to Say. A continuous killer. Still looking for the next move. Finds it.
Rooted. And saving all of his abilities.
Oh, X. Hey, they see him. They might just dive him.
Yeah, this guy's in trouble. Slight Remnant. He's slowed for the moment. But as they move on in with all the supports and good old Nothing to Say, they even get to drop the Overgrowth there just to secure that they bring him down. MS TP's in, hoping to do something here, but he's got to be careful also. I don't know if he can keep himself alive against all of these people.
They might. He's walking in, and Snowball. What? Oh, he's gonna get gone on immediately.
MS is mad. MS just wants to fight. He just runs in and dies. Nogra CP's in. I'm not sure where to go from here.
I think they're honestly telling like each other. They're probably saying like, I have no idea how to play. Like, look at the Shadow Fiend. Poor Xiumang has been relegated to jungle for the last 10 minutes after the laning phase. He's just unable to join because he'll just get burst. And it's PSG.LGD. They're kind of just flexing their dominance here. Look at the positioning. They're like, come on, step outside your base.
They know he's there. And silence. X gets hit. Good chunk of damage out there.
Revving the Requiem in the base.
Yeah.
To try to attempt if he dives.
I mean, there's not really that much else to do for him right now. It feels like they need this BKB, obviously, on Shadow Fiend. He's so far away from getting it. Son Goku gets caught down bottom, and with everybody nearby, he does not have an avenue to escape. The root, the stun, the kill. And on the high ground, MS moves on in again. They use the Stampede to get out.
They can't even get Y.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Now they move in with the rest of them. The Hex is there. Chase, Shiro, punch and Sume. He's going to fall here on the Shadow Fiend. 3 dead in a couple of seconds, and Nothing to Say, thinking about diving into the base.
They want to end it before 19 minutes. It's 17:46. They've got 2 minutes to close it out. PSG.LGD, will they do it? This is spectacular performance from kind of starting like all of them on PSG.LGD, but I think Dawn put themselves in a hard position. This time, I actually felt like the draft was way harder than last time. So,
really?
Yeah, I just tough to make moves. If you don't have like this Nature's Prophet, have an amazing game. Everything is on your Tusk.
Well, and there were ways that the lanes were going better, but it's, I guess, what you're talking about, the after the laning stage. That's when things start to really fall apart.
Yeah, and it's just, like, there was these fights happening where LGD's, there's 3 heroes showing mid, Centaur's top shoving a tower, and the Alchemist is free farming. And you can see Dawn, they were getting some of these kills and stuff like that, but these kills, they don't matter when 2 other heroes are free farming and there's just pressure on literally every front.
Son Goku, get out of there! Vegeta's here! As they're gonna find him and get a couple punches. Can he TP out of here in time? No,
Nope.
The overgrowth. Oh, it's not gonna happen. The trees, they've come back to haunt you. Is why brings down the old Nature's Prophet.
Brutal. Look, I mean, look at Dawn. Look at the positioning there. Everyone's smoked up. SF still sitting in the base for the last 2 minutes or so. But they might look to make it past 1957.
Okay.
Oh, can they go for it? Yeah, he's got Yules.
I don't know if this is gonna happen here. Stunt. No, not like this.
He tried.
They wanted to hit it perfect, and MS is gonna die again.
Unless they GG out now after this Requiem miss.
Okay.
Let's see. You can see what they were going for, right?
Right,
Like
of
you
course.
said, right? The Requiem from the Yules, catching him on the edge of it, but even then, don't know if they even had the damage as everybody on the side from PSG.LGD was starting to close the gap. And there's an illusion room, so NTS was kind of toying with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Holy
To
moly.
be honest, though, that literally felt like it was their best shot.
That was absolutely their best shot. At least they're getting a
saying
kill on
something.
him.
Yeah. Game is hard.
Game is hard. Trapped in the base, 10 seconds.
Oh,
They'll make it longer than last game.
Yeah. Well, Son Goku did end up going back for the Witchblade instead of finishing off the Orchid. I guess after seeing the Yules, realized I just need damage. But these BKBs, that feels like it's really the only thing that they can be hoping for eventually here. And breaking high ground can be annoying. It can be a little bit tough to do that. We'll see if there's any overextensions. I'll say, last game, LGD took it so carefully.
Yeah, I think they'll probably do something similar, like get some type of items here until you feel very comfortable to push. But Shiro, I mean, Shiro has bots too, by the way.
Yeah.
So he wants to always be continuing to show up for every single kill.
Not again, Son Goku. Say it ain't so.
Another overgrowth. They must have like just come back up to it. Oh boy.
Speaks for the trees, and the trees, they always betray.
Oh, look, they're smoked. They're going for the illusion, and it's an illusion.
Yeah, he was leaving those two out there for a really long time trying to bait it. They were even tree armoring that illusion to try and bait them to go on it. Dotting their I's, crossing their T's, 25,000 gold lead for LGD at 20 minutes.
It's a formula they've got going on right now, though, right? Shiro, he's probably telling his team, guys, I'm about to hit 18.
Play really good.
Well, yeah, that of course, but now for ending, right? They're probably like, okay, he's 18 on Alk, AC's coming, oh, Roshan maybe next, and then they can end. If Dawn doesn't GG out before that or some crazy fight happens.
I like the formula of just playing good. That's what
Playing good is... They do seem to have... I mean, it's Xiaoling, right? He probably tells them, too, like, this is the most important thing, is the 10 to 15-minute mark, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's discussing every little thing, and honestly, they hit it right on the mark again this game.
Yeah, every time you see him at the end of those drafts when they're up on stage, he's the last coach to leave.
Yep.
Always the one that's there pushing it to the end. I'm telling them what they need to do. But as you can see, and as you said, heading into the pit now, I think that also Dawn hasn't even really been able to get all their neutral items out. If we saw there, they're missing a couple of them from the later ones. But regardless,
They most definitely are, yeah.
MS, he's going to get caught again. The switch from carry to position 5 involves a lot of death, and Shiro ready to start beating away at him. X is going to get caught there. 2 already gone. Son Goku, he's going to get stomped, as is the entire team. It's rough out here. GG called.
My God. I mean, yep. Picture perfect, and maybe I should have put PSG.LGD a little bit. I put him as 3 on my thing, but my God, what a performance. They look like the same powerhouse, really, as they did before with Ame, with Xingqiu. Planet seems to be fitting perfectly. He plays